Hi everyone, and I'm Sagrika from Augmintech. Today, we are going to be talking about color psychology in terms of different types of colors. As we discussed in the previous video, by the way, if you haven't seen the previous video, you can go to our channel and watch the previous one so that you can relate to this one as well. So, we talked about color psychology and how different cues impact human emotions. So, today we are going to be discussing a very well known characteristic part of a color which is called warm colors. Now, what are the characteristics of warm colors? Warm colors are basically the ones that you can relate to fire and are the ones that are more towards, the color of the sun and fire, meaning the reds, the yellows, the oranges, the mustards, all the colors which incline towards the color red or incline towards the color yellow are the ones in the warm color segment. Now, what is the use of these colors? These colors can help us make the rooms more cozier and more intimate. When you are using the warm colors, you are giving an excitement, you are giving a comfort in the space. These kinds of colors can also increase heart rate and blood pressure, which can help us to kind of get that feeling of warmth. So, as we discussed in the last video as well, it is important that we realize human beings are very natural beings and we relate to the things in nature. So, when we see a color red or when we see a color yellow, we kind of get the feeling of warmth, which is what, as interior designers, you can use in your own designs to bring out a certain quality of a space, right? So, talking about how to use warm colors in interiors. How to use warm colors in interiors? Basically, see, now if you use the warm colors as they are and you do not add anything else to the space might get a lot aggressive. Now, the color red, if I talk about the color red, it is associated with love, but it is also associated with anger. So, as interior designers, it is our duty to find the balance about what amount, what tone, what shade of the color should we use to kind of get that feeling of, warmth and comfort and excitement, right? So, the number one point for using warm colors in interiors is to balance them out. Now, we have not discussed neutral tones in length, but neutral tones basically means the lighter colors like your beige, brown, gray, black. These colors go with everything. So these colors should be used to balance out the strong, bright energy of the warm colors. When you do this, it creates a sort of a balance and it creates a very beautiful balanced space, like the one that you can see on the screen right now. Then the second portion, how to use warm colors, is using is as an accent color. Now, what do you mean by using it as an accent color? I mean that use it in a small quantity in a space which is going to stand out. So maybe you creating a focus or maybe just a pop of color using cushions, curtains, or maybe a wall art, or like they have done, they've used all of these along with a wall focus. So what this does is this kind of gives the feeling that this is the main color of the room. But on the same hand, we are using different colors, the neutral tones, to balance it out. So it kind of screams orange, but it is still balanced. So when you add accents of warm colors, it brings out a beautiful version of any space that you are creating. Then third characteristic is lighting. Whenever you are using warm colors, make sure that the room or the space that you're designing gets a lot of natural light. As we said that warm colors are something which are derived from the sun and fire. The sun and fire generally illuminate the spaces around them, which is what makes everything around it beautiful and it kind of gives it that brightness. So, similarly, if you have used these colors, then if you get natural light, it is going to glow the space and make it look even better. So, yes, artificial lighting is there, you are going to add that, but try and make sure that natural light comes in because that kind of enhances the warmth of these colors, right?